Good morning, all of you. In today's session, we are going to start with the 10th standard chemistry and physics. Unit 9, electrical current. Series 9 is going to be discussed. How the resistance of the material is going to be varied, what kind of factors are going to be implemented. They are going to influence the resistance of given material are going to be discussed here. Earlier, we completed what is the effect of temperature on the resistance, and the before sessions we completed Ohm's law and its subsequent applications and how the current will be calculated and what is the multimeter, digital multimeter, and what are the applications of that one. And we also completed about the activity based on this electrical current. All these of this unit number 9 have been discussed. In addition to all these, unit 1 to unit 8, a detailed explanation available in the channel called World of Competitive Chemistry. Now, let us enter into this series number 9, where activity 3 is going to be performed, right? So here, nature of material and how it will influence the resistance of the material, right? How the nature of material will show the impact on the resistance, we are going to discuss by the activity number 3. Collect the different metal rods of the same length and same cross-sectional area like copper, aluminum, and iron. We are taking 3 different metals like copper, iron, and aluminum. They were collected and they should possess the what are the important criteria here. One is the same length is required and same cross-sectional area, and even same kind of materials. Metals are required here. So we are taking copper, iron, and aluminum metal rods were taken having length and area of cross section in the identical manner. Now, let us apply that equation here. Make a circuit. So here circuit was made by taking this P and Q points were taken, and different metal rods are connected between P and Q. Different metal rods were taken as a conducting materials, and here key switch will be there, and here battery is connected, current is flowing in this manner, and here P, Q are the points. They are the distances through which different kind of metal rods are able to connect it. P, Q are the free ends of the conducting wires. We are taking conducting wires. So those who are chosen copper, iron, and aluminum were taken here, right? Connect one of the metal rod between the ends of P and Q. So among these 3, either of the metal can be taken. You may take either copper, iron, or aluminum. One of the metal can be chosen as a conducting material, and that will be placed in between the P and Q points. Switch on the circuit. Circuit now active. Measure the electrical current using a meter connected to the circuit and note down your readings in the notebook. What we are doing? Electrical current was measured. How extend the strength of the electrical current that measured with the instrument called a meter. Now it will be connected with the circuit, and whatever the values, the strength of current I values are taken and tabulated in the notebook. Repeat the same kind of experiment by replacing the different metals. So initially, if you are considering with a copper, now you have to repeat the experiment by using iron and also with aluminum metal. So in this manner, the electrical circuit was made and the strength of the current is going to be monitored, and that was tabulated in a notebook. What do you notice from all these? What kind of inference we are going to draw? The value of the current are different for different metal rods. Here, the strength of current which is passing through the different metals when you are taking copper, iron, and also aluminum, these are having different composition. Based on their own nature, they are having the extent of conduction that will be distinguishable from one metal to any other metal, and which are flowing with respect to the constant potential difference. We are not going to change EMF of the cell. Potential difference remains constant in this entire experiment activity number 3. Only by changing the metal, how the extent of conductivity will be varied, that value is going to be discussed. Electrical resistance purely depends upon the conducting material we are choosing for. From this activity, we conclude that the resistance of the conductor depends upon material of the conductor chosen. If you are taking copper, the extent of conduction will be large. and neither is about iron. The extent comparatively somewhat less. When you go with aluminum steel, it will be less when compared to the iron. In this manner, based on the nature of the material chosen for the conduction, the extent of conduction will depends. That purely depends upon the material applied for this one. From this, we have one question. What happens to the resistance of a conductor if we increase the length of the material? If the length of the material increases, then what is the variation in its resistance? The answer collected from the platform called Brainly. Thank you very much for your valuable information. The resistance of the conductor directly proportional to the length. That indicates what? As the length of material increases, resistance of the material also increases in the proportional way. If length is increased, then resistivity increases and vice versa. As the length increases, its opposing tendency to flow the current also increases, and that can be applicable in the vice versa conditions too. So if the length is doubled, the resistance will become 4 times, because there is a direct proportionality. As the length increases, what happens? Resistance of the material also increases. So that is purely given in this diagrammatic form. As the resistance of the material is directly proportional to length of the material, if you are doubling the length of material, 4 times the resistance will increase, right? So by this, we concluded that based on the type of material chosen, different materials are insisted with a different kind of resistant values, and even as the length of that material increases, its own resistance also increases because of direct proportionality, right? So by this, we concluded this session. So hope this session will helpful for your preparation. Thank you very much for your consistent listening. Thank you, one and all.